Ah, yes, rabbits. Those fluffy little cotton-tailed symbols of innocence and Easter morning wholesomeness. Yeah, no. These adorable little bastards are walking biological horror shows wrapped in a deceptively cute package. Behind those twitching noses and gentle hops is a creature that eats its own shit multiple times a day, commits infanticide on a Tuesday, and has a breeding cycle that would make the porn industry blush. So, buckle up, because I'm about to ruin your childhood one disturbing fact at a time. The eating. Let's start with breakfast, shall we? And by breakfast, I mean shit. Literal shit. You see a rabbit munching on some hay, looking all innocent and herbivore-like, living its best vegan life. What you don't see is that same rabbit bending down later and eating fresh turds straight from its own ass like they're Godiva chocolates. This isn't a mistake or a one-time thing, it's called psychotrophy, and it's a daily ritual. Rabbits produce two types of poop. The normal dry pellets you see scattered around, and these special, soft, sticky nightmare nuggets called secotropes that come out looking like a cluster of shiny grapes made of fecal matter. Think of it as nature's most disgusting meal prep. The rabbit eats food once. It goes through the digestive system, comes out as these soft secotropes, and then the rabbit eats them again directly from the source. It's like if your body produced protein bars out of your ass, and you just bent over and ate them throughout the day. Bon appetit. The reason? Their digestive system is so inefficient that they need to process food twice to extract all the nutrients. The secotropes are packed with B vitamins, proteins, and beneficial bacteria that didn't get absorbed the first time around. So next time someone tells you rabbits are clean animals, remind them that these fluffy little guys are out here eating ass, their own ass, multiple times daily. And they don't even have the decency to look embarrassed about it. The teeth now, let's talk about those cute little buck teeth. Except they're not cute. They're actually instruments of perpetual body horror. You think those front teeth are just for nibbling carrots and looking adorable in children's books. Those teeth never stop growing. We're talking 3 to 5 inches per year, and if a rabbit doesn't constantly grind them down, they'll curve back into their own skull and brain like some twisted dental torture device. Imagine if your fingernails grew into your hands if you didn't cut them. That's the level of nightmare we're dealing with. And it's not just the front teeth, oh no. They've got 28 teeth total, and the back molars? Also growing constantly. If those get misaligned, they form sharp spurs that slice into their cheeks and tongue like little bone knives in their own mouth. It's like having a set of kitchen knives permanently installed in your face that keep growing sharper and longer, and you have to spend every waking moment filing them down, or they'll stab you from the inside. Metal as hell, sure, but also absolutely horrifying. This is because rabbits are designed to eat tough, abrasive vegetation constantly. Their teeth wear down naturally in the wild, but in captivity, if they don't get the right diet, those chompers become facial weapons. So that cute bunny you see chewing constantly, it's not being adorable, it's desperately grinding down its own face bones to prevent them from becoming an eternal Iron Maiden. Sweet dreams! The breeding. You've heard the phrase, breeding like rabbits, right? Well, there's a reason that exists, and it's more disturbing than you think. Cute fluffy animals having lots of cute fluffy babies. Nature's beautiful. Female rabbits, are basically walking baby factories with no off switch. They can get pregnant literally the same day they give birth, not a week later, not a month later. The same day. They have 2 uteruses, which means they can be pregnant with 2 separate litters at different stages at the same time. It's called superfetation, and it's as nightmare-inducing as it sounds. A female can be nursing one litter while simultaneously gestating another one, and the moment she pushes those babies out, boom, she's ready to get pregnant again. Imagine if human women could get pregnant while already pregnant, give birth, and then get pregnant again before the umbilical cord is even cut. That's the biological hell female rabbits live in. They're essentially nature's most efficient baby assembly line, cranking out up to 14 litters a year with 1 to 14 babies per litter. This happens because rabbits are induced ovulators. The act of mating triggers ovulation. No waiting for a cycle, no specific fertility window, just constant, relentless reproduction capability. And people wonder why pest control exists. These things reproduce like someone hit the copy-paste button on life and forgot to stop. The males, they can breed at 3 months old and will literally try to mate with anything that holds still long enough. They're the ultimate example of quantity over quality. The babies. Speaking of those babies, let's talk about maternal instincts. Or more accurately, the complete lack of them. Mother rabbits are nurturing, protective, gentle creatures caring for their vulnerable young. Mother rabbits will straight up eat their own babies like popcorn shrimp if the mood strikes. Stressed? Eat a baby. First time mom and confused? Eat a baby. Smell something weird on one of the kits? That one's getting munched. It's called filial cannibalism, and it happens way more often than anyone wants to admit. Sometimes they'll just bite the heads off and leave the bodies. Other times they'll consume the whole thing. And if they don't eat them, they might just ignore them completely and let them starve to death, because mother rabbits only nurse their babies once, maybe twice a day, for literally 5 minutes. Imagine your mom only checking on you once a day, spending exactly 5 minutes with you, and the rest of the time pretending you don't exist. And if you cried too much or smelled weird, she'd just eat you. That's rabbit parenting. This happens because rabbits in the wild nest away from their burrows to avoid attracting predators. The less time mom spends with the babies, the less likely predators notice them. But in captivity, this behavior just looks like neglect. And the cannibalism, usually triggered by stress, nutritional deficiency, or the sense that the baby won't survive anyway. So yeah, that cute bunny mom, she's one bad day away from turning her nursery into an all-you-can-eat buffet. Mother of the Year material right there, the spines. And now, for the grand finale, let's talk about Rabbit Dick. Because of course it gets worse. Fluffy creatures making more fluffy creatures in a gentle, natural way. Male rabbits have a penis covered in tiny spines. Not barbs like cats, but actual microscopic backward-facing hooks designed to scrape the walls of the female's reproductive tract. The male mounts the female, grabs her by the neck with his teeth, sometimes pulling out chunks of fur or breaking skin, and then goes to work with his spiky nightmare rod. The whole process takes about 30 seconds, and he falls off afterward like he just got electrocuted, often making a screaming grunt that sounds like someone stubbed their toe. The female, meanwhile, is dealing with internal scraping that's meant to trigger ovulation. Imagine getting tackled, bitten on the neck, impaled with a medieval torture device covered in fish hooks, and then your attacker falls off you, screaming and twitching. That's rabbit romance. The spines serve the same purpose as cat barbs. They stimulate the female to ovulate and help prevent other males' sperm from succeeding. It's evolution's way of saying first one in gets the prize, but making the process as traumatic as possible for everyone involved. And people call these things symbols of love and fertility. Sure, if by love you mean aggressive neck-biting and genital trauma, and by fertility you mean a biological arms race where everyone loses. Males can mate multiple times back-to-back, by the way, because apparently one round of that horror show isn't enough. They're out here running a marathon of violence. So there you have it. Rabbits shit-eating, self-impaling, baby-murdering, spine-dicked nightmares in a cute, fuzzy package. You're welcome for completely destroying every Easter memory and Bugs Bunny episode you've ever enjoyed. Those fluffy little demons will never look innocent again. But hey, for all you rabbit owners out there freaking out right now, don't worry. It's all natural behavior and they're still adorable. Adorably disturbing. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go apologize to every pet rabbit I've ever met.